Hello and welcome to the holiday edition of Lawndale Living. I'm your host, Anita Callett-Berry. We've got some great stories that are sure to ring in the spirit of the holiday season. But first, the Lawndale Parking Issues Committee has been working on a plan to help reduce parking problems in the city. It has developed a plan that creates a temporary parking permit test zone in a small section of the city to see if the plan can eventually be used citywide. To help inform Lawndale residents of what the program is all about, the committee has prepared a video.
A parking space, one of the most valuable pieces of real estate in the city of Lawndale, yet one of the most elusive. Residents have long complained about finding adequate parking, and the city of Lawndale is listening.
It could be improved. It has a lot to be desired.
When I have guests, I have to find alternate parking for them.
Right now, when I go home, I'm looking at parking maybe a block away from my house most of the time.
It's a lot of narrow streets. We're limited as far as street parking is concerned.
Parking right now is real bad, especially in my neighborhood.
The City Council created the Lawndale Parking Issues Committee to look into the problem and to see what can be done to alleviate this growing problem. The committee, made up of 2 council members, a planning commissioner, and 2 residents from the community, have been working hard, researching parking solutions and talking to residents that has developed into a plan that they hope will give Lawndalians the parking relief they need. The plan calls for the creation of parking district, marking on-street parking spaces, and the removal of certain red curbs. The Parking Issues Committee believes that these measures could help make the most of what parking availability Lawndale actually has. Don Dye talks about how the committee developed the plan.
Well, the plan really stemmed from the questionnaire and the types of answers that was provided back by the citizenry through that questionnaire, and then it's the ideas amongst the committee members. We wanted to look at changing the parking dimensions on the curbing, marking the curbing, the idea of having parking permits was generated.
Solving Lawndale's parking problem is no easy task. The committee determined that before any plan could be implemented, a test would be conducted on a small scale in an area of town where parking problems are known to exist. The test area is surrounded by 170th Street to the north, Artesia Boulevard to the south, Hawthorne Boulevard to the east, and the railroad tracks to the west. Otis Ganoza, planning director for the City of Lawndale, explains how the program will work.
Everyone that lives in this area will be issued 2 parking permits, which will mean they will be able to park 2 cars on the street from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. So people could park after 10 or before 3 without parking permits and not receive a ticket. The city will have a parking enforcement officer on duty in the test area between 3 and 10 o'clock every day. That enforcement officer will be ticketing cars that are parked outside of the marked parking spaces, and will also ticket cars that are not displaying a parking permit during those parking permit hours. If you lose your permit, you can come into City Hall, pay a fee of $10 and receive a new permit. We will have a record of each permit. Will have an individual serial number. We'll have a record of all those serial numbers. And if you tell us you lost your permit, we'll cancel that serial number. And anyone parking with a permit bearing that old canceled serial number will receive a ticket. It will be just as if they didn't have a permit.
Ken Fine, a Lawndale resident on the committee, feels that residents' concerns were really taken into consideration.
We've actually got the chance to listen to the citizens, find out what they want, and then put it together. Yes, we're going to have some citizens that probably thought we might have or should have gone a different way, but this way we had a chance to listen and then take it to heart and then put it into action.
Jim Ramsey, chairman of the Parking Issues Committee, believes the program can work if residents cooperate with the city.
If everything goes accordingly, I think it's going to come out good at the end. We've got a real good committee, and we've got a good staff, and they're putting together things piece by piece to make sure that everything goes right, everything goes accordingly, and everything goes according to standards.
The test period begins on January 8th and will end on April 12th. Again, warning tickets will be issued for the first 30 days of the test period. And then on February 8th, the real tickets will be issued for parking violations. Only vehicles with parking permits will be allowed to park on the street between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Parking fines are $30 and there is a $10 replacement fee for a replacement permit. Selling or illegally transferring a permit to someone else can result in a $100 fine. And again, this only affects those people who park inside the test area.
No, I just hope it works. And anybody that wants to help us, help us. Anybody that has comments, tell us. Whether you think they're good, whether you think they're bad. We still want to hear them. Because we won't know until we hear them. It's your city. It's your houses, it's your streets, and it's your cars. All we're trying to do is put something into place that will make it a little more palatable for all of us.
We don't know if all the things will work, or part of the things will work. To try and put them out through the whole city basically needs it. Everybody's complaining throughout the whole city about parking. So once we find out exactly what works, then we maybe will apply it somewhere else in the city. But I think we've got to try something.
You know, the council will take this to heart and take a good look at it. And if it does work, give us the okay to go on with it for a larger expansion into the city. Just depends on what the people think first.
For full details of the parking program or to talk to someone about the program, you can call Lawndale City Hall, 310-973-3203, or you can go to the city's website, www.lawndale.city.org.
Again, the test parking permit plan begins right after the holidays, and if you've got any questions, for more information, you can call the city's planning department at area code 310-973-3203. Now, 'tis the season, and the city of Lawndale has been working very hard to make sure that everybody's going to be having a very happy holiday season. And what better way to kick off the holidays than with the angel tree lighting? This Lawndale tradition brings the family, friends, and neighbors all out for a night of fun, entertainment, and best of all, Santa Claus.
This is the very last angel tree ceremony that we're going to have for the Civic Center here.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
We've just pulled out all the stops this year. Staff has went crazy with all the volunteers to have snow rides. We got actually 8 tons of snow out here. We've got 10 kinds of entertainment going on. We've got arts and crafts. We've got food, everything that's hot because it's cold out for California, right? We've got a marionette show going on behind me. We have a beautiful Santa's Village. Santa arrived tonight on a sleigh, escorted by the police. The Sheriff's Department brought him in, and he's in our beautiful village right now, seeing all the kids to see how good they've been this year.
Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle and a jingling beat. That's a jingle bell rock.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bell rock. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air.
We have tamales and tacos. We have Little Caesars Pizza. Costco is here. The Chamber of Commerce came out. The Parks and Rec Social Services Commission is here. The Lawndale PTA is doing their food basket drive. They're accepting money to help needy families over the holidays. So it's just a really big community event. Sheriff's Department's on hand, the explorers are here. So pretty much the whole community showed up tonight.
But the fire is so delightful, and since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight,
staff worked very hard. All my staff are very busy tonight, helping kids on the sleigh, helping kids in the moon bounce, supervising the crafts. Took a long time to decorate, so the staff just knocked themselves out, and I'm very happy with what they pulled off.
Now, what we're here for really is to get those lights on that Christmas tree turned on. So we're going to start counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, and when we get to 1, cross your fingers and hope the lights turn on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if they work. They do. Merry Christmas.
But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
What a wonderful night, and everybody had such a great time. But Santa had only just begun. With a little help from the Southway 25 Club and the city staff, Santa began his annual journey through every street in Lawndale to visit young and old alike, to give out treats, and to find out what they want for Christmas.
You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Going through the streets of Lawndale, having all the kids come out and talk to us, tell us what they want for Christmas, taking their letters, cards, and giving them candy canes. All the good little boys and girls of Lawndale come out to see me, my elves and my helpers. All the people in Lawndale, all the volunteer groups in Lawndale give us a hand. We're having a blast out here. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and he's checking it twice.
What would you like for Christmas, Veronica?
Yes.
TV, right?
No. I don't know, but just we're gonna be happy with my family.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
Hi, Jana.
He knows when you're awake.
Nothing?
He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!
I had a little chat with Santa myself, and he said I'd been exceptionally good this year, and so I'm hoping that that car with a big red bow will be sitting in my driveway on Christmas morning. Now, Santa said that Lawndale residents have also been exceptionally good. They had the inspiration to turn their homes into winter wonderlands, and the Lawndale Home Decorating Contest is a great way for those who aspire to greatness to receive the recognition they so richly deserve.
This is the judging for the annual Lawndale Christmas Home Decorating Contest. It's sponsored by the Lawndale Beautification Committee, and we've been doing it for at least 20 years. go around and we have various categories, and we judge the houses based on the categories. We have animation, originality, lighting, residential, which is sort of where there's various things, you know, going on. Religious, best theme. I think there's 6 categories altogether, and we give first, second, and third place in each category. The winners receive a plaque, and we have a whole award ceremony in January to present these plaques to the winners. They're invited to a special award ceremony.
One block, I think one person is in charge of sending in the application for everyone who decorates their house, and we go out and judge that block. So, and we've had that block award for, gosh, I've been on the committee 10 years, and I think that's been going on more than 10 years.
of those houses are really spectacular, and the effort spent clearly brings out the holiday spirit around them all. A job well done goes out to all those who participated. And now let's take a look at the community calendar to see what's coming up in the months ahead. Well, that's it for this holiday edition of Lawndale Living. I'm your host, Anita Callett-Barry, and for all the staff, here's wishing you and yours a very safe and happy holiday season. See you next time.